What's up guys, llamapen here, and today I'm back as promised with another custom NHL build centered around the Four Nations face-off, kicking off today actually. So to commemorate the tournament, I will be building one forward and one defenseman from each team in the tournament in World of Chell. Last time I built Sidney Crosby, so if you didn't see that video, make sure to check that one out. This time I will be building, however, towering Canadian defenseman of the St. Louis Blues, Colton Parayko. Parayko is, like I said, an enormous right-handed defender. He stands at 6'6" and weighs 228 pounds. He possesses a wild yet blistering slap shot and combines his lengthy reach with a deceptively quick first step to play a conservative defensive style of hockey. Building Parayko as a defensive defenseman just seemed like a no-brainer to me, both because of his size and play style. He can definitely score goals and put up points in the 30 to 40 range, but his game is much more focused on limiting damage. He's the kind of guy who gets the puck in his own zone and just wants to get it out safely. There's a lot of clears off the glass or neutral zone flip outs. He's an okay breakout passer, but is really excellent at using his reach to protect the puck and then get it to a safe area, or simply just holding the puck out and then skating it out himself. His actual skating ability is strong, and not just for a 6'6", 228-pound defenseman. He's a legitimately great skater. Pretty much any time I try to build a player as big as Parayko is, though, they struggle with skating. So I knew going into this build that I wanted to focus on putting points into his skating. He's still going to be slow, but I want him to be as fast as this game is going to allow at his size. So I took a lot of points out of his shot and threw them into his skating stats. I went with stick 'em up for the zone ability. Parayko's got an excellent defensive stick, great reach. I also went with in reverse as the first silver trait. Historically, I've found that this trait really helps for maneuvering on defense with bigger builds and back skating. Next, I went with Ice Pack. This build already has really good shot blocking stats, obviously, but I don't know, Parayko blocks a lot of shots. He seems to always eat them up, and pucks just kind of bounce off him like bullets off Superman, so I went ahead with that one. The result on ice is just about as expected. He's a slow skater for sure, but to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised at certain times that I was able to either keep up with a play or catch up to a play after getting caught. His size means you're going to have to be careful, extra careful, taking too many chances on offense, but you're also going to have to be extra careful with your positioning and anticipation on defense to play effectively. If you're able to position yourself well, the defensive skills are top-notch. He picks off pucks at an elite level. It seems to not really matter much which direction he's facing, whether he's facing the puck or not. He just seems to snag everything. His poke check is incredibly strong, as well as his stick lifts and physicality. Despite the low body checking rating that I did tune down a couple notches. He also blocks just about anything that comes near him and often disrupts plays just by skating through an opposing stick. Not to mention that reach, along with his defensive awareness, makes him a vacuum for loose pucks in the defensive zone. His offensive skills and just general puck skills, however, are pretty lacking. His passes and shots take just a tad too long to get off at times just because he's so huge. When he is able to get a shot off, it rarely hits the back of the net. He's able to use his frame to protect the puck pretty well, but he is awkward when turning, and any mistake that you make, whether it be a blocked shot, an intercepted pass, taking a second too long holding onto the puck, and this build's speed could prevent you from getting back to defend the play going the other way. Now, normally I play with a build that is shorter than 6 feet tall, that skates really quickly, and is a puck-moving defenseman, so playing with bigger builds like this is always an adjustment for me. I was able to slow the pace of the game down and take my time, and that's how I found the most success. But you want to kind of draw people in and then find the open play. That seems to be the best way to play with this build. However, in hockey, there's just going to be times where you don't have a choice. You need to make a quick pass or turn quickly to keep the puck and move it up ice or prevent a goal. And when those situations happen, this build is not great. So at the end of the day, I will say this build plays pretty similar to Parayko. He's a better skater than you would think for his size. He's got a booming yet wild slap shot, and he's at his best when playing a conservative shutdown style of game. That being said, it is not the most fun, and you're pretty limited in what you're able to do. It's definitely also just a lot easier to control other smaller builds, so I don't recommend this build for beginners at all. While I do think it could be a viable build in some instances and might even be a good pair with a smaller, speedier D partner, I just don't think you're giving yourself the best chance to win with this build, and you're not going to have as much fun as you could otherwise be having. That being said though, guys, I do hope Parayko has a great tournament. He's a great player. He definitely has an important role for the team, and he's definitely had some flashes of brilliance in the past, which I think we could definitely see from him in this tournament. I also am just excited for Canadian fans because I think they're going to love his game. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and stay tuned next time where I will be building a forward from Team Finland. See if you can guess down in the comments who it will be, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.